building. We are lit. Let's talk about it.
Seen the world from a window, do some fresh eyes. Wrote a couple rhymes, watch the time as it went by. Knew I was a target, not the same. The G.Dep joint.
Oh yeah, it's lit here tonight. Let's get it.
Out on the west side, seen the world from a window, do some fresh eyes. Wrote a couple rhymes, watch the time as it went by. Knew I was a target, not the same as a best buy. I be getting right without wearing the necktie. Had a few kids, baby mamas, I kept fly.
Oh, I can't lie, this song is a vibe.
Like, got au revoir, did the same thing the next night. Few trips, realized it's a small world. MCs took them out like it's some call girls. Out in Nassau, had a body with long curls. Back to the States, bought cakes to the Marlboros. Every now and then, one day with a soul world. Going down this road's like taking the wrong turn.
Shout out to everybody pulling up, getting them comments. Shout out to Mr. Malik though, what's goody?
So choose the corner,
let's get it.
Some way, somehow, we should link up. Check your clock, me started out on the west side. Seen the world from me, started out on the west side. Seen the world from me, started out on the west side.
Hell yeah, you made me.
Some fresh eyes, wrote a couple rhymes,
Well,
watch the
lot
time
of
as it
stuff.
went by. Knew I was a target, not the same as a best buy. I be getting right when I started out on the west side.
Started out on the west side, let's get it.
Wrote a couple rhymes, watch the time as it went by.
Get it, baby.
I was a target, not the same as a best buy. I be getting right without wearing the necktie. Had a few kids, baby mamas, I kept fly.
Hell yeah. Shout to Bumpy Knuckles, DJ NUT. We'll get that volume 3, Bumpy Knuckles.
Oh yeah, we talking some good talk tonight. Shout out to everybody in the building.
Crazy to the Marlboros. Every now and then, one day with a soul work. Going down this road's like taking the wrong turn. Know I had a blast, needed past the stores work. You could put yourself in my shoes and choose the corner, but you ain't me. Some way, somehow, we should link up. Check your clock, maybe we could sync up. Good thing footprints on your fingers.
Shout out to everybody, we got a good one tonight. We got a good one tonight.
You ain't me, you hate me cause you ain't me. You ain't pleased, it's great G cause you ain't me. You angry, straight please, and you ain't me. You crazy, you hate me cause you ain't me. You hate me, you hate me cause you ain't me. If you ain't pleased, it's great G cause you ain't me. You angry, straight please, and you ain't me.
Yes, sir. So, G.Dep, man, I can't lie, man. You one of them, man. You one of them, my dude.
SHEABABY.
That's a fact. I told you this before, though.
I
when we sat
appreciate
down
you,
at the
G.
Digi
Word.
man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Shout to everybody over there at DigiWax too, man. CL, you know what I mean? And man, the whole team, man, over there, man. That's a fact.
Nah, good people over there, 100%. All right, so Dep, man.
Hell yeah.
Yo, so Dep, man, I wanted to talk about it, man. Let's start from. Let me bring this back just a little bit. This shit's all up in my face. I want to start from the beginning, man. You know, cause like, you know, when I first met you, you know, this was maybe 2003, man. You know, it's like a complete different person. That's a fact.
Got some history.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Picture. I think it's up there somewhere. Where is this picture at? I think it's over there. Yeah, but I got the picture in the crib when we was out. I showed you before. When we was at the video shoot with Patrol.
Yeah, hell
100%. You know what I mean? Yeah, good one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Global Currency too.
100%. Hell yeah.
Shout out to Global Currency too. I see
Hell
you
yeah. Hell yeah.
Good people right there.
Hell yeah. You already know.
100%.
Shout out to Global Currency, man. Shout out to Padron, man. Went to him last night. He chilling.
Oh, word? Wait, he's still doing the bikes and all that?
Yeah, man. Yeah. You talking about Capone?
No, I'm talking about the producer, Padron.
Oh, Padron. Yeah, hell yeah. I didn't know he did bikes. I didn't know he did bikes and all that. I didn't know he did all that.
Yeah, so later on down the line, he started like designing bikes and like, you know, the little moped little bikes. Yeah, man, he got the L bikes, man. Yeah, that's a fact. Shout out to Padron.
SHEABABY.
Like he did one of the the first track on
Oh, that's fire. That's fire. Nah, he's definitely one of them too. All right, so Yeah, so Dep, man,
Hell yeah.
let's start from there, man. Uh, let's go back to them days. Cause I never really got a chance to speak to you about that. Like those days when like as far as getting into the business, how the hell did you even like slip into the game? Cause it was hard to get into the game at those days, Dep. It was hard, man. I ain't gonna lie. Like I had
Yeah,
two,
it was definitely hard. It was
bro. When I tell you, I tell my people all the time on the morning shows, like I had numerous deals, and that still was nothing. That's how hard it was to get
look,
into the
but
game.
I mean, you hell yeah, man. You already know, but it was one of them things, man. Dealing with Bad Boy and all of that, man. That was one of the biggest labels in America. You know what I'm saying? If not the world. So, once the music got out there, it was just, it was just off to the races, man. But it wasn't like, that just happened overnight, man. I was chipping away at it for years, man. You know what I'm saying? Since like you figure I got signed in '98. Man, I was doing demos since '88, yeah. So it took a little minute, you know what I mean?
That's a fact. Damn, he said demos in '88. So '88, man. So damn, you was out there in '88. So you was out there in the dope boy era days. How was Harlem like
Yeah,
back
nah,
then?
yeah, but you already know.
What was
I'm
Harlem like back
I
then,
mean, I
man?
was writing. I mean, I can't say I was out there, you know what I'm
Yeah, I
saying? I
don't.
mean,
Yeah, I know.
Harlem always been, yeah, yeah. I mean, Harlem always been like just, a place of, just the epitome of whatever's going on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Harlem always had his hand on the pulse of style, um, just what's hot, and always been like that though. The hottest car, no disrespect, wifey, you know what I'm saying? But it was real back then. It was always been.
That's a fact. Now I never also got a chance to you because my man Courtney Fields. You ever play basketball coming up in Harlem?
Yeah. We was all in the same little circuit, PA. To come up, but at certain points, you know what I mean? Huh? You know what I'm saying? So that's to what and what now.
That's a fact. Nah, cause um, playing with Riverside Gauchos and all that back in them days, that was sort of like being outside. I
Hell
always
yeah,
tell niggas, if
gauchos.
you wasn't in the circuit, I kind of say, yeah, you might have been in the streets, but we played so much basketball and all the shit was so much outside in the streets that it was like you was outside. Like you talking about LaGuardia House. I'm there.
Yeah, you used it.
That's real. I played in 1199 Cadet Corp tournament. We played all them tournaments. 1199 underneath. Come on, man.
Hell yeah,
Courtney Field, that's my man. That's a fact.
that's a
All
fact.
right, so the 80s, the music
Oh
business.
what? That's the bro. Hell yeah, shout to Courtney.
Shout out to Courtney, 100%. Yeah, so the music business, the 80s.
Hell yeah.
The music business, the 80s. The change of the music from the 80s to the 90s. You go through this. To come out with a song like you had the Let's Get It and all of that, that's a complete different sound of music from you talking about making demos in 88, early 90s, even to the mid 90s. Dep, I gotta give it to you. You changed with the times. You
Right.
changed with the times. Even like now, the music now I'm playing is
I
fire.
mean, oh, appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. I mean, I'm a fan. I'm a fan of hip hop. You know what I mean? So I love the music, man. So you know what I mean? I'ma always, just listen to get enjoyment from it. You know what I mean? So I guess that it's an ongoing influence for me. You know what I mean?
No, that's a fact. So what coming up? What was some type of people that inspired you? That was because you saying you a fan of the game. We talking
Praise the
80s,
creator.
90s, Harlem. Probably 1,000 niggas that inspired you. But what was one of the main niggas that said, yo, you know what? I gotta do this.
still the same, man. You know, Big Daddy Kane, you know, Cool G Rap, the whole Juice Crew. You know, they were all that. The whole '80s hip influenced me greatly, man. You know what I'm saying? Brand Nubian. You know what I mean? Chubb Rock. Like I listened to it all, man. Like you know what I mean? Like anything that came out moving, I was on. You know what I mean? I was like this, yeah. You know, it was like a ritual, man. The tape come out, I'm going to buy it. You know what I mean? So you know, it was one of them things. I was a hip hop head, and anybody that grew up in that era can understand what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like you, if it came out, you went to buy it. It wasn't like you was like, I don't know about that one. I might skip over that. Anything that came out, you was buying. That's how ill. You know, for the most part, that's how ill hip hop was at that time, man. You wasn't getting through the cracks with nothing wiggity wiggity whack, nigga. Like you was, you know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like word the mother. Like that, it seemed like whatever filter they had on the game, you know what I mean? Like you had to come with it in order to even be out. You know what I mean? So dudes was whatever was out, dudes was buying. You know what I mean? Like that's how I remember. Like you know what I mean? I remember going to the stores, even going to the bootleg tables. Anything smoking, you was buying.
Yeah, that's a
You know what I
fact.
mean?
Yeah, that's a fact. So the mixtape game. Let's talk about the mixtape game. You missed. I know you missed that era,
Uh-huh.
man.
Yeah, that mixtape era was ill, man. It was definitely another way of kind of like getting your music across. You know what I'm saying? Getting your voice heard. You know, I mean, it seems like the internet is the new mixtape though, man. You know what I mean? But it's like kind of all meshed up, all meshed though. Like you know what I mean? Like you could kind of do both. Like you could be mainstream and you can be underground at the same time. This internet is like it's an ill thing, man.
No, that's a fact. Now, come you know, being in the game with no internet. You know, I kind of feel like the game with no internet was a little bit stronger than with the internet. I'm being honest with you. The only reason being it's sort of like when you look through Instagram, like even for me having a platform, you know, there's people you want to talk to, then there's people like, who are these people? But then it's like, damn, should I talk to them because they're kind of moving, but you don't like the music? So
That's a
that's
fact.
what I mean. I like
That's a
the game
fact.
back then because you had the guys that had the mixtapes who had on the radio. You know, it you had to be fire. If you wasn't fired, you wasn't. Now it's like, okay, I could trick the internet and trick you. I don't like that. So coming up in the
Yeah,
game, knowing that
yeah.
you
That's
might
basically
have to
what's
go
going on.
through this, what is the changes that you see that you got to go through now?
I mean, I still think it's about the music. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, really like, it's entertaining, express themselves and all of that. But at the end of the day, like dudes just want to hear some heat, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And like, you know what I'm saying? Like think about it back in the days, you didn't really know people's personalities. You didn't know, how they talked and like I probably, like unless you listen to like an interview that they had really quick, like you know what I'm saying, when their album was coming out, you hardly heard rappers speak and like where they, how they felt about things or what they, you know what I'm saying? It was about the music, bro. That's all it was about. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Now, dudes, yeah, you know what I mean? So now dudes is, just got, a whole lot of, other things they can do, you know what I'm saying? But in my opinion, it's still about the music. If that's what you're doing, there's a lot of opportunities if you wanna be have a show or have a podcast or whatever what have you. That's up to you too. Like it's other avenues. So that's the good thing about it. You know what I mean? But as far as like music, I think it's still about the music if that's what you're doing. You
yeah.
know what I
Like the
mean?
guys in the comments right now, like they're saying special delivery. Now, records like
Uh
that,
huh.
yeah. I mean, those go down as classics, bro. I told you this before. When we spoke, at the DigiWax thing. Those and you like, oh man, because you're real humble about it, but it's real talk, G. That record is a big record.
Yes.
Pause. So making that record,
Uh,
yeah, I never spoke to you about actually making that record. What was it like making the special delivery, man?
I mean, it was just one of the things, man. We had like a little record pool out down there in Bad Boy, and Easy LP. He had a a session with us, and it was like, yo, this Easy LP. He got a whole lot of heat. Just go through the joints, and I just went through the joint, man. And it was just one of them joints, and I was like, yo, this is fire right here. The first time I heard it, I was like, yo, this is crazy, and they was like, yeah, that's yours. Go ahead, put it, you put that on the CD too. You know what I mean? It was just one of those. And so I had a CD with about 10, 11 of his beats. And I took it back, and it was like, okay, I'm gonna get to it. You know what I mean? Like, a couple of weeks went by, and one day I just grabbed it, you know what I'm saying, put it in a little stereo, and it was like, yo, damn, this is crazy right here. You know what I mean? And that's just how it went. You know what I mean? I was like, yo, I just sat there, looked out the window. I lived on the first floor, had my little blunt, you heard? Looking
Facts.
out the window. You know what I'm saying? That's when looking out the window, and I just went in, you know what I'm saying, with the little notepads, just went in. This is what my niggas do. Special delivery was just coming out. Like, no
Yo, it was
pause, you
coming.
heard?
Pause,
Yeah.
but it was definitely coming out, big. Yo, you definitely went in on that record. All right, so how does it feel for the
Oh,
for the
snap.
artist that's new out there? Because we talking. Well, how many years ago was that record? Maybe 20.
That was Well, yeah,
Okay,
2020. I wrote it in like
okay,
2000.
that's a good thing. We talking over
So
25 years ago.
25
Okay,
years.
that's a great thing. So
Yeah.
a lot of these artists that's
Well,
doing all these songs right now, like I said, they separate the ones that have, they have 1 million followers, they lit on the gram, TikTok hits, but they still don't know what it feels like to have a top 10 record. Am I right or wrong?
I guess not. If they don't know, they don't know.
Honestly though,
It's a
bro,
real
you can
thing.
this is what I do. I do media. I look through the gram all day long. I'm like, yo, who is this nigga? But they got millions of
Yeah, that's
followers,
it.
gram lit all over TikTok, but they're not on the radio top 10. You did this. What is that feeling like
Right.
having a hit record?
Oh man, like it's it's just a great thing to know that you succeeded at something that you tried at. So if you set out to do, you know what I mean. So if you ever set out to do something and you achieved it, that's what it feels like. You know what I mean. It just feels like you know you know, and it's also surreal. Like it's like you reap the benefits of you just get very high accolades, man, for achieving something like that. You know what I mean? Just the higher, I guess it's a bigger playing field. So it's a higher reward, but it's just a feeling of success. You just feel like you actually did something, and sometimes that's amazing. You know what I mean? So it could be amazing for certain people. It was amazing for me to
No,
know
it
that
is amazing.
I achieved. Yeah, definitely. So like I can't say that it's not an amazing feeling to achieve something that you try to. And those people that got 10 million views or followers or whatever, like you said, they probably do know that feeling because they up. You know what I'm saying? They got 10 million. That might have been what they strive for. You know what I'm saying? They probably strive to get 5 million, 4 million followers or whatever it is. So
Got
they
you.
know what it feels like. You know what I mean? Word. It's the same thing.
Facts. Now, and those records that were all over the charts. Now, how being that you were on Bad Boy, now did you actually come
Mhm.
to the Bad Boy with those records? I'm just trying to paint the picture a little bit. Did you come to there with those records
Uh-huh.
like, yo, Diddy, these are my songs? Or you was like, y'all actually recorded the records in the studio together?
Yeah, nah, we recorded those like, you mean like before I got to Bad Boy, like did I have the song already written or like while I was at Bad Boy?
No, I mean
Because
the
it's
hits. You know, we know about the album. You know, the album, of course, you know, you had to record it, you know, in the studio or whatever you had to do. I'm talking about those records. You said that you heard those records 3 weeks before Easy LP gave them to you. One day
yeah,
you know, you lit up a
yeah,
blunt, started writing to it. Do you come to them like Bad Boy? Like,
yeah.
what was the reaction when they heard that special delivery and all
Oh, I
these
see what you're
them
saying. Yeah, I
hits?
mean, yeah, yeah, but I mean, that was my job. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was already signed to Bad Boy, so it was like, okay, you know, I got to the point where, you know, I did all the features, I did all the remixes. It's like, okay, all right, Deb, you up. You know what I mean? Black Rob album was done. He was already going to the moon. He had the woe out. It was like, all right, Deb, you up next. So what you doing? You know what I mean?
Facts.
Okay, you got your rhyme, you know what I mean? Okay, here's the beat, here's that, here's this. What you doing? Let me hear it. What you got? Okay, that's fire. Put that to the side. Here's another one. Let's go. You know what I mean? So it was one of them things. You know what I'm saying? So like I just all I had to do was work. You know what I mean? It was like okay, here's the beats. I just whenever I had it done, I would come to the studio. Yo, here you go. Look, oh word. Let's hear it real quick. Oh word. I get in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like that. Yo, okay, that's crazy. We're gonna record that on Saturday. Come through this time. You know what I mean? That's just how that went. I would have to come to the studio, let dudes hear it real quick. Yo, Hog, listen to this. It's a joint I wrote to that. Da 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 da. Yo, I like that. You ready to record that? Yeah. All right, come through on Saturday. Boom, and then that's just how that went. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with special delivery. I came through. Yo, this is for my nigga though. Special delivery. They was like, oh, that's crazy. All right, you know what? All right, we gonna matter of fact, let me see if we got some room in the beat now. Yo, boom, go record that. And then then we got what we got.
That's crazy. Now, Black Rob, I'm glad you mentioned him. Now, I met Rob a few times. Now, you know this dude? Now, you know this is crazy because you was on the bill, Dep.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how the first time, I didn't
I
go to that one, though. I didn't go because I wind up,
oh
this is
what?
crazy. I'm going to tell you the story. You know Sammy Z?
Uh-huh.
They had the club up in New Rochelle, Club Hollywood.
I think it sounds familiar.
Uh,
I think I remember
this
Rob
like
taking me
six
through there one
five big white Albanian nigga. His name is Sammy Z.
time.
Yeah, he used to throw concerts. He owned clubs. This the nigga I was signed to. This nigga's mafia. That's another story though. But
Shit,
anyway, they
baby.
had a concert.
Whoa.
That's a fact. They had a concert.
What mafia? There is no
I
mafia. What are
know,
you
right?
talking
There
about?
was a there was a there was a there was a concert. I think at Nassau Coliseum. It was you, Black Rob, Foxy Brown. This is 2001.
Damn.
Yeah, this was crazy. Well, anyway,
Foxy.
yeah, anyway,
Yeah, cause like
that's the
uh
first time that I met Black Rob because he came to get the money up from the studio from the guy that I was signed to. That's the first time I met Black Rob. Nice guy, good dude, 100%. What was it like
yeah,
working
that's the
with Black
bro.
Rob? You know, like just because Black Rob was the backbone to me of of Bad Boy because Black Rob throughout the changes because you come later in the game, like when they first get it going, the whole Bad Boy. Like I said, I was a fan. I'm a fan of. I'm still a fan of Bad Boy. That's a fact, 100%. So I'm watching the whole change of the game from the Junior Mafia to Mace. Everybody, then comes you. But reason why I say Black Rob was the backbone because he was round from the mud, and even when those niggas all left, even when you came in, Rob was kind of like the guy that was holding down the label. Am I right or wrong?
That's a fact. Rest in power, my bro, man.
Facts.
For sure, man. Definitely,
Yeah, so
man.
what was it like? The guy
Yep. He
that
had
was
the
the
label on his
backbone,
back, wholeheartedly.
of the label. What was it like working with Black Rob and being that was your man, that was your man's. What was it like, y'all together in the game?
Damn, man. I mean, had together, man. It was powerful, man. You know what I'm saying? It was kind of like one energy. You know what I mean? Like it was it was definitely a force. The creator brought us together. You know what I'm saying? You know, and just to me, he was a mentor. Like I looked up to how he created his whole creative style. You know what I'm saying? And it was a I want to say just a perfect match, man. The way we jived off each other, man. So shout out to him, man. He taught me a lot. You know what I mean? He taught me, a lot of things about the industry, about people, and how people, to deal with a lot of things in the industry, man. For real, man.
That's a fact. Now, it's one of the best interviews I ever saw of Black Rob. I don't know if you ever seen it. 'Cause I don't know if you was locked up or if you was home at this time, but there was an interview with Gully TV that he did. One of his last interviews. That interview was so fire, my dude. Shout out to Gully TV. I ain't gonna lie.
Word.
That was a good interview with
All
Black
right,
Rob.
man.
All right, so we're gonna come back to this because
That's
on
what's up.
this show's sort of like a radio show. But yo, Dep, I could talk to you for hours, my dude.
Yeah.
DC, you don't know. I'm
Hell yeah.
yo, that's a delivery.
Hell yeah, bro.
Yo, fam, I was going.
Hell
Yo,
no.
fam, you don't understand. At that time, this was like the years where it was like, I got a little money. I just told you I had a couple record deals, had a BMW. It was the years of like this was like, what was that year? 2001, 2002. The song
Yeah,
comes out.
2001.
My nigga,
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm not even supposed to be in the clubs at that time. So I'm
Wow.
listening to that
Shout
record
out,
a
shout
lot
out,
in the
shout out to
car.
underage dudes in the club.
Nah, in that time, you could get
Uh-huh.
in the clubs at any time. You spend a little bread. I was going to the tunnel, my nigga, at 15 years old. I told niggas this. 15 years old, I'm in the tunnel.
Facts.
That's the first time I saw Mobb
Facts.
Deep. Word. I saw Mobb Deep. This is like 93, 94.
That's ill.
I'm like, no, this is like 97. That's the first time I seen them niggas. And that's what I'm saying. I was in the tunnel at a young age. So in New York City, of course, they had the
Hell
fake
yeah.
IDs. You could buy them for 40 deuce. You know that.
Hell yeah. Shout out to the shout out to the bouncers who let the young people in
That's
the
a
club
fact. They started my
without
life,
looking.
man. I wouldn't even be here for them niggas,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Shout out to them. All right, so let's get into this record. Now, this record, it says the infamous Amadeus. He produced this?
Yeah, infamous. Shout out to Inf.
Yo,
Inf from
bro.
Shade 45. You know what I'm saying? Shout out the whole team up there.
Yo, that's my guy right there. He's fire. See, this is why I'm glad I got you on the platform, man. This is the type of hip hop I want on the platty. That's bottom line, man. This is legendary. Infamous,
Bottom line,
G.Dep,
man.
and it says you got somebody else on this record. I think it's Busta Rhymes, right?
It's nobody on that. It's just Infamous did the beat and I'm on it.
Okay, let's get to that. This is fire.
But if you check the video, you got ASAP Rocky in it, dudes from Onyx, and Fredro Stars in the joint. Couple of people, man, 5 mics. It's a couple of cameos in there.
5 mics is my nigga. That's a fact. All right, so wait.
Yeah,
Hold on real quick before we get into the song. You said you had what was the first guy you said you had at the video shoot? ASAP Rocky. What the hell was?
Oh yeah, ASAP
what the
came
hell?
too.
What was going on with that? What was going on with that?
The hell? Yeah, that was real big, man. He came through and showed love. He was out there for Fashion Week, and he saw us shooting, and he just came through with the entourage. He heavy
That's
in the
a
streets.
real
You know what I'm saying?
right
He
there.
came through. Hell yeah, man. He came through, showed us, dapped us up, showed us love, got all in the video. What's up? What's up? We was like, yeah, ASAP.
That's
He
a
kept
fact.
it moving. Word.
And
That's a
Fredro
fact.
Starr. I
Shout
got
out
a
to
chance
him.
to meet him too. Good dude. That's my guy.
Yeah.
How was that like? He got a
Yeah,
lot
that's
of
the
energy.
bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, hell yeah, man. Good guy, man. I knew Fredro for years, man. He used to, they filmed. And you familiar from that neighborhood and all of that. They filmed Strap right in Jefferson and Johnson and all that. They acted like it was in Brooklyn. That's where it was supposed to be geographically in the movie. But that was in Jefferson. That was right there on 115th in Third Avenue. You know what I'm saying? So the whole set, the cast used to be in our neighborhood all the time. So that we met Fredro just Fredro years whenever they filmed with that movie Strap. That was probably like I think what 3, 4, whoever remembers.
Of course,
You know what I'm
Strap was
saying?
that
So
shit.
we go back. You know what I mean?
That's
Shout
a
out to
fact.
him. But yeah, Strap was that joint. Tisha and the baby.
Yes,
Tisha
sir.
and the baby. You heard?
100%. Shout out to Mark Gabriel in
Word.
there and Troy
Hell yeah.
Edelman. They said they see it, they know exactly what you're talking about. All right, let's get into this record. I'm with it. Let's get to it, man.
Hell yeah. Let's do it.
My love, trying to get about the game. They calling me a lame duck. Hey yo, hustling, football, basketball.
Okay, let's get to it. Shea Baby TV. Let's out. Let's get it.
A handbag, right
Let's do it.
good work. I done think I tried it all. Picking up a handbag, right when I seen it fall. No, I don't suggest it. Arrested for temper sore. All shucks, you starstruck. Bustling, football, basketball, schoolwork, I done think I tried schoolwork. I done think I tried schoolwork. I done think I tried. Hey yo, hustling. Basketball, schoolwork,
Fire, Step. I can't lie. Fire. All right, so Dep.
Yo, appreciate you, man.
Okay,
Appreciate you, B.
So wait. Hold on.
What?
Hold on for a second.
Yo.
This seems like this is gonna be a new project coming out. Cause this seems like this sounds like a different Dep right here.
I ain't hear you.
I said this Dep right here, the one on this record right here. This is the Dep right here. That Dep was crazy. Okay, what's up with that Dep? Is this a new? Are you working on a new project right now?
Nah, I mean, you know, it's just lyrical exercise. You know what I mean? You know, my bro, Inf. Hold on, man. I'm having a little technical difficulty here, man.
Take your time. Take your time. The people, we feeling it. We feel. Matter of fact, while you get it together, let's go back to that one more time, man. That shit was me.
Left wing, trying to do the best thing. He was some wrestling, then they got interesting. And I'm jet bustling, football, basketball, schoolwork. I done think I tried it all. Picking up a handbag, right when I seen it fall.
Yes, man. Yes. I can't lie. That one, Amadeus. Shout out to him, man.
Yeah. Shout out to my bro, man. You hear my man.
Pushing them buttons, after a while, them fingers are gonna break. The realness is gonna come back at any time, just like the way the clothes is, man. Niggas was all tight. Now niggas is back to let us breathe again.
SHEABABYTV.
These warriors think they killing it.
Appreciate you. Shout out to OVO Fox.
Oh yeah, OVO Fox. You know, that's me and him. We had a show together. That's my man right there. He know hip hop, and that's why I rock with him. See, I would have never even talked to a dude that I felt that doesn't see eye to eye to me when it comes to this hip hop. You know what I mean? They say what they say to me, that they DM me, the YNs. Yo, why we don't see no drill all over the I don't want that shit on my page. I don't want the fence in my ear. Yeah. That's a fact. I like real hip hop. I'm not in this for the drama. I'm in this for the real smoke. All right, let's go back to before we get to another question, let's go back to
Salute.
Yeah, let's go back because we left off before we was at you and Black Rob, you know, coming in the game, you know, just, you know, you and him was the perfect combination. Okay, so Diddy. Now there was a picture that people saw, I guess, when he came to see you before he got locked up. I don't know if everybody ever asked you this before, but I always ask myself when I saw that picture, what was that conversation? If you don't mind just asking, what was that conversation with you about? Because when I seen him with you, that was like one of the best things I'm glad that he got to do before things happened to him. Because I felt like, you know, when it came to you, it was like, Dep really never did nothing to him to really, you was one of the guys I always felt like out of all the artists that he dealt with, I like Dep. So when I seen him with you, I was like, okay, what was that conversation about?
I mean, it was just regular, man. It was super regular, man. Like I tell dudes, man, it was just he came through and he was just like, yo, what's up? You know what I mean? I was just like, yo, I just broke down what I was going through. Yo, yeah, I'm out, trying to, do this. I got some music I'm putting together, man. I've been out here, it's good to be home. I just went to, see, get this to eat the other day. Like it was super regular, like you know what I mean. And he
Yeah.
just was like, "Yo, word, that's what's up." Yeah, And so he was like, "Yo, let's just, what you doing tonight?" We just went just chill, went got something to eat. You know what I mean? And then he went home. You know what I'm saying? I went out with Justin and all of them that night. Him and Christian, we just tore the town up, man. It was just regular, super regular.
Yeah, because you was around those guys when they super duper babies, right?
Hell yeah, that's why I was
I'm
crazy,
talking
B.
about the one
That's
the one that raps. What's my man's name? Christian. He's got to be what
yeah.
3 years old at this time.
Yeah, that's a fact. It was bugged out. I tell them about it all the time. I'll be like, yo, man, I remember you used to be so little that we used to just be like, we used to have to like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, come on, man. Like, yo, me, like we used to have to keep him out of like danger. Like, oh man, yo, cause like cause he would be around, like if we would be at like rehearsals and stuff like that, we used to be like, yo, come over here, just stand here, cause we don't want to, just jump and hit you or you fall and stuff like that. Like he was that little, like you know what I'm saying, like to
Yeah.
where he didn't even know to like where to be. You know what I mean? Like he could just like wander onto the set. Like so yeah, man, it was just ill, man. So he always kind of been like like a sharp little kid though. Like you know what I mean? Like he
Hmm.
just always was an observer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
There's some
it just
smooth
was
little
wild.
niggas,
It's
pause.
wild, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
That's a fact.
Word.
Now, being in the whole bad boy thing and everything like that, like, what was the biggest show that you ever performed at? Like that, like shit that you was even like, yo, damn, I'm nervous.
Say that one more time.
What was the biggest show that like you ever got on with, the whole bad boy thing, like where you was just like, damn, this is crazy. You was nervous to do it.
I ain't gonna lie. I would say it was a couple that was like super huge. It was two in particular that I can remember. When we went out to Kingston one time, man, I'm talking about I've never seen so many people in one place at one time, man. It was just like whatever. I don't know. I guess because it was like in Jamaica and they like gotta they can make a field out of just nothing, like, or they can just, all they got to do is cut down whatever, forest, vegetation they got going on. But I'm talking about as far as the eye can see, b like just people, like and the field was like it was like performing at like a football stadium, but sideways, like the looking at the 50-yard line going from you know from end zone to end zone
Yeah.
sideways like that and going back that way, like you know what I'm
Damn.
saying, like just like that I'm talking, I'm talking, no exaggeration, bro. Anybody that to been to Kingston and they got that that place where you go down, it's a spiral, you go down like this little valley and it's only one way up. You can only one way down and one way up. You got to come up the same way you came out. It's like a valley. It's like a spiral. You go down and then you
Right.
go through like this little tunnel and then you in the whole big encampment kind of thing. And I'm talking about, oh man, that right there, that really was just a strange experience because you like you kind of just there, like you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But the one where I was kind of probably the most intimidated by was when we did DC, Washington. Where we was at? We was in Washington DC. The it was some type of, it was some, we was in the some arena in Washington DC. It was whatever team playing Washington DC, whatever football team playing Washington DC. We was in that arena, and I wasn't really performing. Like I was just kind of like me. I was like Puff hype man that day. He was like, "Yo, you want to, you want to, you want to? I just need you to just, you know the lyrics. Just be my hype man." So
Mm-hmm.
I'm on the stage with him, and he got the crazy American. He got the American flag in his hand, and he just waving it. I'm talking about the front. It had to be about 35, 40,000 out there like this, and he waving it. And all, you know what I'm saying? He's singing Benjamins and all that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just on the
Yeah.
stage with him. I'm like, you know what I mean? And I'm just ad libbing the joint. Man, I was having a ball. But then when you look at it, you see what you involved in, man. It was crazy. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
so
I was like, man,
how is that feeling though, Dep? Because I'm just like, you know, like you look around like, yo, this
it's
nigga wilding, he waving flags, he's singing
yeah, he
Benjamins,
waving
I'm on
flags.
stage.
Word. So it's like word.
Yeah, so what
That's a
like
fact.
what you
So
thinking on the stage?
I'm just I kind of was just in awe of the whole, situation. I just was kind of just trying to, just kind of keep in step with bro, because he moving this way and that way. I'm trying to make sure I'm not where he at, because you don't want to be bunched up on the stage with him, you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be over there. If he over there, I'm over there, so I was just trying to keep it moving.
That's
But
a fact.
when yeah, but the whole, when you really accomplish what I really like kind of soaked in what I was involved in, I was like, yo, bro, like I'm on the stage with, like, you know what I'm saying? With, like, this is the whole, this is what it's made of, right here. This is what it's all about, right here.
That's a fact.
Hell yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah, they want to hear the music. All right, y'all. God damn. Let's get into the second joint.
I,
We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna
I,
come back to that because it's
I
crazy.
told
You
you,
know, we
B.
don't went
These,
over a lot in a little bit of
yeah.
time. Talking about Diddy waving flags, singing
Facts.
Benjamins. It's crazy in here. Let's get it. Shake baby.
Hell yeah.
All the war did the same thing the next night. The G.Dep joint. Take it to the east. The G.Dep joint.
Appreciate you,
Take it to
OVO.
the east. Started out on the G.Dep joint.
This is fire.
Started out on the west side, seen the world from a window through some fresh eyes. Wrote a couple rhymes, watch the time as it went by. Knew I wasn't talking, not the same as a bit. The G.Dep joint. Take it to the east, started out on the west side, seen the world from a window
Stay ready,
through some
baby.
fresh eyes. Wrote a couple rhymes, watch the time as it went by. Knew I wasn't talking, not the same as a bit. Wearing a necktie, had a few kids, baby mamas.
Shout to my man, No Game in the building. What's goody?
A red light, got all reward, did the same thing the next night. Few trips, realized it's a small world. MCs took them out like it's some call girls. Out in Nassau, had a baddie with long curls. Back to the States.
Yo, Dep, you going crazy on these records.
Then one girl with a soul world.
Hey, I
Going down the
appreciate
road
that.
like taking the wrong turn. Know I had a blast, needed past the stores word. You could put yourself in my shoes and choose the corner, but you ain't me. Some way,
Shout out to
somehow, we
Killer
should
Coin.
link
Hell
up.
yeah.
Check your clock, maybe we can sync up. Good thing footprints on your fingers. She gave me a wink, I see how you think, but you ain't me. You hate me cause you ain't me. You ain't pleased.
Oh yeah, this is fire. I see y'all in the comments.
Angry, straight T's, and you ain't me. You crazy, you hate me cause you ain't me. You ain't me, you hate me cause you ain't me. If you ain't pleased, it's great G cause you ain't me. You angry, straight T's, and you ain't me. You crazy, you hate me cause you ain't me. You just don't understand me. All I care about is God.
Oh, they going crazy in the comments.
In Corollas, but I wanted the Camry. When I got the Camry, then I wanted the Caddy.
I feel like Dep, you going crazy.
To the Grand Prix, now serenity, I meditate that'll grant me. And you know it's rough when you're up and you can't sleep. And when you finally do sleep, it's just bad dream. On alone, die alone, dropping ill quotes, making notes like a xylophone. But when I'm alone, I hear voices inside my dome. It's some kind of
Salute.
zone every time I grab the microphone. You don't know the combination.
Razul, salute.
Code, know my credit score. Furthermore, been inside my home. I say that to say, slow your roll. This the life I chose. This is my result with different. Add some isotopes, I have a microscope twice.
Shout out to everybody in the building. I see y'all.
Somehow we should link up. Check your clock, maybe we can sync up. Good thing footprints on your fingers. She gave me a wink, I see how you think, but you ain't me. You hate me cause you ain't me. You ain't pleased, it's great G cause you ain't me. You angry, straight G's, and you ain't me. You crazy, you hate me cause you ain't me. You ain't me, you hate me cause you ain't me. If you ain't pleased, it's great G cause you ain't me. for a whole.
This is hard body, my
Oh,
dude.
how did you go numb in relationships that
Good luck,
you
bro.
don't want? How about me and on blocks where there's no love? Or maybe you could relate if you in the hood away. Ever book a date and recorded your vocals over the phone, hoping it blows up. No, you know what? You ain't me.
Fire, fire.
My bro. Appreciate you. Appreciate
bro.
you, G's.
Appreciate what? You giving us
Hell yeah.
You're letting us hear good music, man. God damn, why? You want to say hear garbage all day? Shit, baby.
Nah, hell no. Never that. Never that, man. Never that.
That's
You know, I
crazy.
love hip hop, you know, as much as the next person. You know?
That's a fact. So, Dep, the new music, the new album you got coming out. So I know you had this album coming out, and you got it. That's crazy. See, you put yourself in positions always with the right people because you come home. You know, everybody's getting on the records with you. I see, and you also, you got the deal with my man Chris Gotti. That's a good dude right there. How's that working out?
Right. Yeah. Yeah, that's the bro, man. That's the bro. Shout out to him, man. Shout out to Dex, man. The whole, you know what I'm saying, the whole adventures
That's a
squad, you
fact.
know what I'm saying? They definitely, yeah, man. They definitely some good people over there. They definitely some solid individuals, man. They got our project. Stay ready. Shout to everybody involved, Shizzy Bando, you know what I'm saying, the whole communique, Illa Coin, let's get it. CL, everybody that
Shout
worked
to
the
Coin,
records, man.
CL,
Just want to shout
100%.
everybody out.
100%.
Hell
Now,
yeah.
did you ever get a
Hell
chance,
yeah.
because I know you running around
Kev.
in those years, did you ever get a chance to meet Irv?
Nah, I didn't get a chance. I never got a chance to meet Irv. Word.
Yeah, that's
I never
crazy.
was we never was in the same. Not that I remember, like formally, you know what I'm saying? We might at one point, you know what I mean?
That's a fact. All right, so we getting close because I don't want to hold you up too long. We've been on close to an hour. Now, this is my favorite record that you got right here. This is a New York vibe right here. This is sort of like this is the depth that, when I first heard this record, I'm just going to tell you, this is like okay, this is the depth. This is like the special delivery type of depth, kinda, 2025. This record, this Icy record. I love this record, by the way. The hook is me. The
I
video's
appreciate
crazy.
that. I appreciate that.
What was it like making this
Appreciate
song?
that. Hell yeah. I ain't hear you, bro.
I said, what was it like making that Icy song?
Man, it was it's that whole frequency of the beat, man. The beat is one of them joints, man. It just kind of jumped out. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm saying? It was like just like, we needed something, for the just to show, that even though the music was kind of fusing, the old and the new, that we could still put hip hop to what that the way we knew it onto that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what that song kind of signifies. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. All right, let's get to it, man. Let's get to it. This is my joint,
Hell
y'all.
yeah.
Hope y'all enjoying it. It's fire.
Hell yeah. Cherry,
Crazy,
cocoa, mango.
Cherry, cocoa, mango. Cherry,
What?
cocoa, mango.
Appreciate you. Cuánto. How many?
This is called
Half these characters is
Talk to
chatting, I
him.
ain't even stable. How you gonna know what's going on when you in the day room? You ain't got your hand on the pulse, you doing what they do. With a cop the coupe, when I scoop, but needed the leg room. And I ain't that taller, just my confidence is just healthy. I celebrate my peers down on the pier around my Chelsea. I was settled, but you know I'm a rebel like you and LV.
Fire!
Headquarters up in the telly, that's survival mode. You know I live by the code, born alone, die alone. Give my bread to my descendants, send it, tell them buy your home. You know that I'm nice with flow. I give you all type of flows and let you decipher those. I don't even entertain them talking about $1, they a dime a dozen. I do indie, don't offend me. I ain't
How you
signing
gonna know
nothing.
what's going
They
on
be
when you in the
talking,
day
I'm
room?
vibing cause my rhyme just buzzing. It's like disgusting.
Pay attention, y'all.
Mango. That I'm icy. You know that I'm icy. Cherry cocoa. Mango.
Mango.
I'm icy. They know that I'm icy. Yeah, I know you're sorry to keep asking all the
Yeah.
same questions, but you keep asking them. Fine, send the checks, I just keep photographing them, giving me exactly what I need to feed the master them. Of the Mohicans, I'm probably the last of them. My car got a kit, but I ain't David Hasselhoff. Bought a box of merch, got me out here working half the scar. They be wanting to know where I'll be next, like some tarot cards. And I'm not an astronaut, but I'll be walking past some stars. Cause they front and all they want is just a pity party. A lot about you was outside like a Diddy party. Just admit you I'm a wishy-washy. All I do is do the math, shout the Fibonacci. I just let it roll up off me like some waterproofing. Up in FCF, fresh to death, stopping all the movement. Shout to anybody that done went ahead and bought the music. I just put the auto-tune in just enough for y'all to tune in. Hey yo, it's funny how your business travels. And if it ain't bad news, then it didn't happen. It's all good, like before Adam bit the apple. I'm a different animal. Cherry cocoa, mango. I'm off this shit. I'm icy. You know that I'm icy.
They know that I'm icy.
Cherry cocoa, mango. Is everything, no, cause I'm icy. They know that I'm icy. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Let's go, baby.
For what?
Fire, my dude. Yo,
SHEABABY.
you brought some heat
Yo.
tonight. So, the video's out on that one.
Hell yeah.
What was the video like this? You had the girls, you had the eating the ices out the icy machine. Great video. Well,
Hell
how
yeah.
was that video shoot?
Yeah, it was man, it was fun, man. It was definitely an enjoyable day, man. We went out there, down in Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Shout to Rumbar, the whole staff, shout to Kev, you know what I mean? Aguilar put that together, you know what I mean? Shout to the whole team that shot the video, you know what I'm saying? Miss uh what's her name again, babe? Stacy Stella Maglio, shout to her and her son. They you know what I'm saying? They definitely came through. Shout to my wife, she was there helping everything along, man. You know, it was just a beautiful day, man. A family day, and we was able to put something together. You know that was monumental, man. So shout out to everybody who came out that night, man.
That's a fact.
That
Now,
day,
coming
excuse
home,
me.
being a family man, that's a good thing, man. You know, one thing about me, you know, I learned that from my father. You really can't trust a man if they're not a family man. That's a fact.
Hey, yeah.
All right, so one
Hey,
last thing
we was
before
just
we get
talking
out
out.
here.
We was just saying that.
I know the team want to hear this together before we go. I got y'all.
Yo.
So, yo, look, they in the comments. I got to cut it short because I know the monetize is all messed up with that record, but I don't care. We having a good time.
SHEABABY.
But look,
Oh man, it's all good.
they saying
It's all good, yeah.
they saying that record started the
Definitely
Harlem Shake.
appreciate you.
Did that record start the Harlem Shake?
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think Eve had it in her record first. Had it in their video first.
The Who's That Girl, right?
Well, who's that girl? Yeah, she had it in her joint first.
But it didn't take off
So,
like
you know,
that. It went over their head, I think.
well,
I think they right. I think
yeah,
yours touched the hood more.
right. I mean, it was just one of them things that we kind of promoted it as a dance. You know what I mean? It was kind of just in their video. You know what I mean? But we kind of promoted it a little bit more in the video. You know what I'm saying? As you know, outside of the video. You know what I mean? And it just took off, I guess. You know.
That's a fact. Yeah, so Dep, before we get out of here, man, what's next for you? for here for the people that's in here, or later on come watch the stream later on down the line? What's next for Dep from here?
I mean, right now we working on you know, we're gonna probably do some more videos. We're gonna probably, you know, revisit a lot of the, you know, some of the music we did earlier on in the year. We dropped another album called Lessons Never Losses in March. And we probably might do a video off that. This joint called Scam. Well, we gonna try to, you know, we gonna put it up for maybe the people could decide which video we gonna do a video for of Lessons Never Losses. If you heard that Lessons Never Losses, you know, let us know what video y'all want off of that. You know what I'm saying? I circle back to Shake and let me know which, you know.
That's a
Other
fact.
than that, we gonna probably maybe do another video. Yeah, we might do another video off of this Stay Ready album that we got out right now. You know what I'm saying? But right now, what we actually working on, you know, we just dropped a single. You know, and when I say we, I'm saying Black Market Recordings. You know what I'm saying? That's the label that I have. You know what I'm saying? It's a couple of artists on there. Shout to Young Stan X. He got a single out right now called You're My Addiction. He also got another joint out right now called Numb. You know what I'm saying? I just dropped, you know, my first the first young female artist on the label called Imani.
Fire.
She just dropped her single, Keep a Smile On. We're gonna premiere the video. We're gonna actually premiere the video tomorrow. So that's just, you know, that's just stuff we got going on, you know, as far as the Black Market label, you know, Black Market Group Recording, excuse me. You know, salute. No Game Entertainment. You know what I'm saying? As far as G.Dep, the G.Dep project, we got a special project coming out. And when I say special, I just mean something that's long overdue. You know, I wanted to, you know, kind of, you know, give people a, you know, a glimpse into what been going on and what went on while I was locked up.
Fire.
But you know, the whole, you know, yeah, the whole process of, you know, me turning myself in, coming home. I'm gonna take you through the whole thing. It's an album called Off the Count. You know what I'm saying? The first single will be dropping in about 2 weeks. We're gonna start rolling it out. You'll be, if you check us out on the social media at G.Dep Official, you know what I'm saying? On Black Market LLC on the gram, you'll see what's going on. You'll see the commercials, you know, the trailer we got for the you know, for the video and all of that. So you know, we just working, man. And we got the book coming out, Memoirs of a Credible Messenger. You know what I'm saying? It's autobiography. You know what I'm saying? Written by myself, and it's all in rhyme. That'll be coming too. So just look out for all of that, and then we just keep y'all posting on anything else. You know what I mean?
That's a fact. Yeah. So yo, man, I want to thank you for pulling up.
Hell yeah.
I had a million questions for you right here, and I didn't really get too deep into what I wanted to with the questions that I got for you, because I want to sit down with you, pause, and do an interview where we can, you know what I mean? We're going to arrange that. We got to do that.
Yeah.
That's a fact. You know what I mean?
Say no more,
so that's why I
Say
didn't
no
get too
more,
crazy on here. You know what I mean? Because I got some questions I want to get into with you. So, thank you for pulling up, man.
I appreciate you.
Yeah, it's love, man. We're going to go fuck these roads.
I appreciate you, man.
My man.
For checking the music out, Jared. That's a fact. Thanks for listening.
But hold on, before we get out of here, can we go back to this one right here? Just before we get out of here. Just this one and then we out. This one
Why
and then
not?
we out of here.
Say no more.
Ain't playing. Here we go. That's weird.
Which one you talking about?
I wanted to play the You Ain't Me, G.Dep. Oh, okay.
Damn.
The G.Dep joint.
Oh.
Take it to the east, started out on the west side. Seen the world.
This one is Hard Bodies.
Eyes, wrote a couple rhymes, watch the time as it went by. Knew I wasn't talking, not the same as a Best Buy. I be getting right without wearing the necktie. Had a few kids, baby mamas, I kept fly. Nine at the blind, led the blind through a red light. Got au revoir, did the same thing the next night. A few trips, real life is a small world. MC,
Small world.
This is that real hip hop scene. here tonight. This that real hip hop shit.
Back to the States, walk to the Marlboros. Every now and then, one day with his soul world. Going down this road like taking the wrong turn. Though I had a blast, needed past the stores word. You could put yourself in my shoes and choose the corner, but you ain't me. Some way, somehow, we should link up. Check your clock, maybe we could sync up. Good thing footprints on your fingers. She gave me a wink, I see how you think, but you ain't me. You hate me cause you ain't me. You ain't pleased, it's great cause you ain't me. You angry, straight please, and you ain't me.
Damn, man.
My man, Dep. All right, y'all. So I'll see y'all on Monday morning for the morning show. We will be back on. I'm sorry I missed y'all today, but we will be on tomorrow. I'll see y'all later. All right, my man. See you later, Dep.
Peace.
Thanks a lot, my boy. Appreciate you.
You already know. You already know.